Farming is not an easy job. It takes a lot of sacrifice, hard work, patience, and years of salary-free life to keep it going. Worst, you may need to leave your lifestyle. It is a risk to take. For Danelle and Kevin, who once dreamed of having a bigger backyard in 2009, they need to make a bold move for their kids. Welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth and Lifestyle. In today's episode, we'll get to know about a channel established by passion and love, Weed and Reap. The US-based channel, Weed and Reap, started in January 2014. The channel is hosted mainly by Danielle Wolford, a blogger and aspiring farm girl who lovingly persuaded her husband to buy some goats. If you are not following her on any social media account yet, you may ask the same question that we've heard. Why a goat? We don't know what's with the goals, but Danielle seems to fancy them a lot. If you check their channel, you will see that their first video was their kids' tutorial on how to milk a goat. Weed and Reap early years. Back in 2009, Danielle suffered from a degenerative disease and her kids had asthma. She had been searching for the best cure until she saw an article about goats and their benefits. In the early years, goats were one of the primary agricultural animals that man domesticated, but it was just recently that man found out the benefits of a goat's meat. It is high in protein and low in saturated fat and cholesterol. And this is where it all started. Danielle persuaded her husband to buy a 1-acre urban farm in Phoenix, Arizona, to change their lifestyle completely. Her mission is to heal herself from balance, chronic disease, anxiety, and her kids' asthma. The couple found a ranch-style house in a 1 acre of land beautifully surrounded by large trees. They found it a perfect place for their family. They started fixing the house. When everything was set, they purchased a goat. Since Danielle's a blogger, she started writing about their experience as a new goat and farm owner. She once thought that raising goats and managing a farm was easy until she met some challenges. Danielle did a quick comb on the internet. She was surprised to know that there was only a little bit of information about raising a goat and farm management. This gave her the opportunity to take her blogs seriously. People started flocking to her site, reading her real-to-life stories about goat ownership. Her blog views then started climbing up. After 5 years of successful blogging, she ventured to YouTube. They were then known as the family who excelled at sharing their life stories very lightheartedly and amusingly. Their video editing and great choice of music perfectly fit their life about farm videos. They have mastered carefully crafting each video for their viewers to feel like they are with them. Weed and Reap's farm was initially designated for raising goats, chickens, ducks, lambs, geese, and turkeys. And though they are city-born, this did not stop them from creating a sustainable place for their family. They learned more about farming, raising animals, and gardening. It was the perfect place to put all the theories they learned on properly raising farm animals. Guess what? The family was able to manage their farm in a desert-like environment successfully. They were able to beat the odds, which ultimately represents their channel name, Weed and Reap. You might wonder how on earth they were able to pull this name out. Their channel name originated from the phrase read 'em and weep, which is most often used if someone has some advantage. They must have played poker a lot, as this is a usual phrase you hear when someone has a winning hand. Kidding aside, they thought that Weed and Reap would be the perfect name for their channel. This refers to their new life at the farm, where they do all the work from raising the farm animals to cultivating and harvesting crops. Weed and Reap and Danielle is now living their mission to teach her viewers all kinds of farm activities. They are putting value on every video that they post. Now, let's get into their channel more as they enjoy life together as a family on their urban farm. Weed and Reap lifestyle. Danielle then starts ticking off her bucket list, including her dream of owning a farm and waking up with fresh air and fresh food for breakfast. But this was not realized until Danielle suffered from a balance condition and degenerative disc disease back in 2007. It was disabling for her and her anxiety was killing her. Her health and her family's health made her decide to let go of her lifestyle. This became her turning point. Indeed, they reaped what they sowed. They made an incredible transformation after switching their lifestyle, changing their meals and snacks full of junk to healthy homemade meals. Their whole family was healed. Her son's asthma was cured, and they were not quickly affiliated with the cold and flu. Plus, she dropped her weight and reversed her chronic disease. After a couple of months, the family started learning how to cultivate and grow fruits, vegetables, and trees in a desert-like climate. They then started learning how to milk goats, and our kids started to learn how to pick and harvest fruits and vegetables correctly. This became part of their everyday routine. All the food that they put on the table comes from their farm. How nice would it be? Your milk comes from your goats, your sunny side up comes from your hen, and if you want some snacks, you can pick fresh fruits and veggies from your garden. Oh, and by the way, did we mention that they have a pond too? Yes, if they get tired of eating beef Wellington, they can get some fish from their pond. A perfect life, isn't it? But in every perfect video, they also post a failed behind-the-scenes cut. The channel is so transparent that you will also see some of their methods or tutorials fail, but they continue learning the perfect techniques to raise farm animals and cultivate their crops. And that's why their viewers love them. They can picture out what will happen next if the procedure fails. Though I think that the viewers love the goats more. In February 2014, when they initially launched their channel, their first video was their daughter Lydia. She was 8 years old when the tutorial video on how to milk a goat was uploaded. In all fairness, she did a really good job milking the goat. Their first video was pretty good. Currently, it has a total of 164,907 views. And counting. And in 2016, Weedham and Reap uploaded a video called Baby Goat's Birth on the Homestead, which garnered a total views of 2,985,776 views and remains their most viewed video after 5 years. See the trend? There must be something with goats. I think I should start looking at goats now. Now that we've talked about their most viewed videos, we will run through the channel's earnings. Weedham and Reap net worth. Just like other YouTubers, Weedham and Reap have a couple of sources of income. Though YouTube comes as one of the significant contributors to their net worth, Danelle also has a blog website that generates decent revenue from ads. They also have made partnerships with some brands. And just like many of the YouTubers, they also have merchandise that you can purchase through Amazon. Currently, the channel has almost 700 video uploads for their growing community of roughly around 700,000 subscribers. These subscribers were able to generate 162,476,359 views for their channel. So, if you want to start a YouTube channel and generate a massive number of subscribers, or if you want to be healthy and don't know where to look around you and check for goats. We've been talking about goats here, so here are a few facts about them. Goats are burpers, and just like dogs, you can give them a beautiful name and teach them to come when called. Also, they are easy to care for, particularly the meat goats. Their capacity to adapt to a wide range of environmental circumstances, as well as their high production and fertility, make them perfect for anyone wishing to rear farm animals for meat. And you'll get free milk from them too. Going back, their channel has an average monthly earning of almost $3,000. And because of Danelle's talent and skills, the videos dislike it around just 102 per month. Now, on to their yearly earnings. Although their subscribers are just below 1 million, Weedham and Reap have a total estimated net worth of $900,000. Indeed, Danelle made the right decision when she initiated the bold move to change their life. Now, together with their adorable kids, Ethan and Lydia, the family is happily living a dream life on an urban farm. For more celebrity net worth and lifestyle videos, be sure to check out this playlist here.